All right, let's talk about how the simple act of reading can unlock one of the most powerful tools you'll ever have, your imagination. Because, it's not just about understanding words on a page. It's about building entire worlds. I mean, have you ever really thought about that? How do you build a universe from nothing? With all the sights, the sounds, the feelings, all just inside your head? Well, the answer is way simpler than you'd think. It's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, right there on the pages of a book.
Okay, so before you can build anything, right, you need the right tools. And for our imagination, the most basic, fundamental tools are words. Reading? Well, that's how we fill up our mental toolkit with all the essential building blocks of language.
You can actually think of it like this. Every single time you read, you're basically taking your brain to the gym. Seriously, you're flexing those mental muscles, and the very first thing that gets stronger is your vocabulary. And that's the foundation for literally everything else we're going to talk about.
And here's the cool part. This isn't just about memorizing a long list of words. Not at all. When you read, you find new words in context. And that is how you really, truly get what they mean, all their little nuances. Plus, you start to absorb all these different ways of putting sentences together, which gives you more tools to express your own ideas. It creates this amazing feedback loop, you see? A stronger vocabulary makes it easier to understand what you're reading, which then helps you learn even more words. It just keeps building on itself.
So, we've got our toolkit. It's packed with words. What's next? Well, this is where things get really interesting. We're moving beyond just understanding language and diving straight into the act of creation. It's time to ignite that powerful engine we all have, the mind's eye. This right here, this quote really gets to the heart of the whole thing. See, reading is not a passive sport, not even close. As your eyes scan the page, your brain is working overtime, translating those black and white words into these rich, vibrant, multi-sensory experiences. You're not just a spectator. You become the director of your very own movie, playing right inside your head.
And it's pretty wild when you actually break down how this happens. Okay, so step 1, you read the words. Simple enough. Step 2, your brain decodes what they mean. But here's the magic. It doesn't just stop there. Step 3 is where you come in. You actively build the scene. You hear the creak of that floorboard. You see the exact color of the sky. You picture the look on a character's face. And that final step, that's your imagination just catching fire.
Now, it is so important to get this. This whole visualization thing, it isn't just some neat side effect of reading. It is the engine of creativity. Every single scene you construct in your mind is a pure act of creation. It's like a rehearsal for real-world innovation and problem-solving.
And this isn't just some feel-good theory, okay? This is backed by actual science. Research shows that reading physically lights up the parts of your brain that are linked to creative thinking and figuring stuff out. And by pulling you into different perspectives, different cultures, different worlds, it literally, physically broadens your horizons.
All right, so the engine is fired up, it's running. But what good is an engine if you can't steer? Reading also gives us that control. It helps us sharpen and refine our thoughts, turning all that raw creative energy into focused, critical thinking.
Just look at the difference here between reading and, say, watching a movie. With passive media, all the visuals are just given to you. They're pre-made. But with a book? Oh no, you're an active participant in this. You're not just consuming information, you're analyzing it. You're creating the visuals yourself. And you're being challenged constantly to form your own opinions about what's going on.
And we can't forget this massive benefit, especially today. I mean, we live in a world of constant pings and notifications, right? Just sitting down with a book and following a complex story, that's like a boot camp for your attention span. It really strengthens your ability to just focus. And that's a superpower that helps you in, well, pretty much every part of your life.
So let's recap where we've been. We started with the basic tools, our vocabulary. Then we fired up that powerful engine of visualization. And finally, we talked about sharpening our focus and critical thinking. All of that incredible power, it's right there, literally, in your hands.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. The author, they write the words, they give you the blueprint, but it's you, the reader, who breathes life into it all. It's you who builds the castles, you who paints the sunsets, you who hears the whispers in the dark. You're not just a reader, you are a co-creator. So the only question left is, what world are you going to create next?